Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're going to be playing some more Explorer, trying out a bunch of new decks. This list I found it off Twitter from Ishan MTG, from an MTGO league. They went something like 21-0 in games. I switched up the sideboard a bit because the formats are different, Explorer to Pioneer. But it's a take on Angels that we typically see. So we have Jada, Youthful Valkyrie, Bishop, Righteous, Resplendent. But this version here is also playing Masked Vandals as ways to exile artifacts or enchantments, very good against like the mono green decks, stuff like that, as well as a Realm Walker for card advantage. These are shapeshifters, so they count as angels. Also some copies of Skyclave Apparition as interaction. It's also on the 8 Cocoa plan, the Collected Companies and Kayla's Reconstruction, that has access to stuff like Nykthos for a lot of mana. You also have Mutavault, which happens to be an angel in this particular build as well. There's a lot of mono green on the ladders for Explorers, so they don't really interact with your board that well, so you can gain a lot of life with this particular deck. The sideboard, I made some switches. So they had stuff like Deafening Silence, but we don't play against Lotus Field combo, so I have Shaper Sanctuary versus any of the heavy like targeted removal decks. A Needle for catch-all like Planeswalkers, stuff like that. Rest in Peace for graveyard shenanigans. Portable Hole for early aggro style strategies. Destroy Evil for big stuff. Archon of Emeria is a good tax effect against mono green and against multicolored lands, and then Redain as well to kind of slow down the top end of mono green. So we're going to give this a shot, see how it plays out in the Explorer best of 3 format. Just trying out decks. Like, I don't really care about my rank. We are trying Mono Blue Devotion. It is a deck you can play on the format. It can generate mana and will only say positive things about it. But there's a lot of like cool things you can try out of the format. Obviously mono green's present, but there's ways to kind of attack it, and we're going to see if Angel's just gaining a whole bunch of life. There's also a mono white Angels deck that was heavier on Nykthos and playing I think we keep this. It's no early plays. We're going to get kind of trumped by early aggro, but Book of Exalted Deeds, sorry. So kind of a combo, Facebook combo, or like Faceless Haven combo, but now you have Mutavault, which is a cheaper way to activate. You don't have to play Snowlands, so you can kind of stretch the mana a little bit better. So Castle Garenbrig is likely a stompier version of mono green. So here we have a couple options. I can go Righteous, which will probably end up doing depending on what their play is here. Especially if they're just dropping elves. Yeah, we're just going to go Righteous here and then just try to gain a ton of life on them. Yeah, especially if we could go Coco into Coco. A big addition to this deck too is we got the Brush Lines. This is another untapped source for the deck. Usually don't see Castle Garenbrig. So they should have tapped. I guess they were always. They still have Nykthos, so they can generate 6 mana here. This is turn 3, so we'll see what nonsense they can do. Cure is annoying. Cora draws them a card. They have 10 mana, so they can. Well, they can't quite storm yet because they're short there. I think we're just gonna Coco main phase because if I get Resplendent, I want to get the extra Angels. And I think all things considered, it's probably Old Growth Troll. It takes him a bit off mana production. It might have been right just to ignore Kiora here. We got to try to kill them. I was hoping for a little bit more life gain. If we draw a land, I'm going to go Youthful Valkyrie into Resplendent Angel. That'll trigger me enough life. It might have made sense just to go face here. Nykthos would be really good here. So third old growth. So Storm here can get them enough to get Karn and get... I guess they could go Portal to Phyrexia off Karn, which would suck. Let's see if they have Portal. Probably can't beat Portal. Hopefully they just go... No, they got Portal. Problem here is... should have like a pretty decent matchup. So Redain's gonna come in. Archon, the Needle. So you gotta be mindful of like how much we're boarding out. I think the Skyclaves come out. We could need... so Needle doesn't hit Nykthos. So I think on the play we still need to be aggressive enough on the draw. So Giada, Bishop, we just need like a quicker start. If we had a little bit more life, we're okay there. I don't think we want Shapers. Rest in Peace is okay. It might just be the Destroy Evils we want. We're still 24 lands. I think that's fine. This match we're probably going to end up with cards in hand, so it's not really a card advantage angle. So we'll see how aggressive. I don't love this hand. Mass Vandal's not the best start. Bishop of Wings would be really nice here. Giada's actually really good. Giada lets me cast Mask Vandal. I think here we just need to prioritize going face. We're not going to win the long game, so I have to try to get them on just damage. Next turn, Resplendent comes in big enough to trigger Righteous, and then I also have Axis. So like they can get Boat here, but I can kill Karn. And then having access to this is useful. This also makes the Masked Vandal better. If there's a creature in the yard, I can exile and then be able to take it out that way. Get Karn Silex. So the question here, how do I want to play this? So Karn Silex would take an extra turn to activate. since they won't have enough mana, so I can just generate a bunch of life here. I think it is important to take Karn out off the battlefield. I do think I want to prioritize getting above 27 just for future Righteous, because if they can't kill me this turn, they're dead. So they need, like, they're just kind of strapped on mana, which is important. Taking Karn off is important because it gets them another effect. Can also untap and animate, I believe. Like, they can untap it with Kiora, but they're basically paying 3 and then they don't have enough mana. They would need another mana, and then all they can do is get rid of Righteous and this, but then I have 12 damage coming through, and then I have access to these types of effects. So still not fully dead on board. And because the thing is here, they need... And then this also takes them off the elf, which is important. And then I can Archon of Emeria tax them for the following turn. Always go face here. I'm just gonna hold this. They're dead on board. Getting the extra power at this point doesn't do much. They only can cast one spell. So we're able to tax them that way. So they are on Karn, Silex, so it's important for us to know that for future games, that they do have a sweeper option. Most of the time they don't play the Karn Silex, but having access to that is something we need to be mindful of. I do think I'm going to want the portable holes on the draw, because I want to deal with an early elf turn. Got him. Probably trim the 2 Silex. I think we just get rid of the Destroy Evils, to be honest. So the only thing Destroy Evil hits that this doesn't is an active boat, but we're probably losing anyways. Maybe just split the difference. Because this exiles all their stuff, it gets rid of the devotion. You know what, I think I still rather have this. We're probably going to be too slow for the Kaylas. Again, if we're getting to the point where we can, like, 6 mana, they're probably going to have, like, 12 mana. Okay, this hand's pretty solid. Elf on 1's annoying. So we can Giada, or we can Bishop here. Okay, nice thing here is they can't play like an Old Growth Troll on curve. They will have a lot of mana starting with next turn. Oh, they're just like all Wolf Willow. Probably Righteous next turn into like Giada. We just gotta hope to gain enough life and that they don't have any like big payoff.
Gods, defying you will be easy.
If it's Storm, then it's annoying. It's always Storm. Storm's just such an efficient mana sink for this deck. This is their turn 3. Okay, so they did find Karn. Karn can maybe get Silex, which we might see.
I will not stop.
They also have 5 mana, so 5. They can just get Portal to Phyrexia again, and then they beat me that way. The problem is I can't push enough damage through. Okay, I think we're going to want 4 portable holes. We need to control the early elf turns. Yeah, I can't beat this now. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll do this. But like here, we're playing a fair game and I can't really do too much. If they didn't hit Karn, I think we're okay, because then we could Coco the next turn. Yeah, we're just dead. Because I get a 1/1, I can Coco on their end step, but they're going to start stealing my flyers. And then they have another Storm the Festival. I think we do want the portable holes. Did not feel great. It's a little too slow. Like, I don't love these Masked Vandals, to be honest. Oh, not you. Lunarch Veteran. Like, do we name Karn? But it's less likely we're actually going to hit the Karn. Just bring in another portable hole. Because even the Redain tax doesn't do a huge amount. Because even that game, like, it was turn 4 and they had, like, infinite mana. Give this one more go. I think you really need to be able to answer elves on curve. Oh, it's going to be great if we actually had, you know, lands. Put Giada back. This could be a mirror. Abzan. We got some Siege Rhino shenanigans. I'm going to lead with this. They shocked in here. This could very well be removal. I'd rather bait out the removal on the Righteous. Oh, it's just Greasefang. Never mind. Incoming boat. Okay, so no Greasefang yet. We just gotta try to chunk out damage here. We'll main phase Coco here. This matchup could go either way. Okay, so they have Parhelion, they have Greasefang. They have Can't Stay Awake in hand. They get us this turn. They hit both pieces. Looks like they have it. Okay, so they're opting to go boat here. Boat doesn't kill, but kind of. I gotta do this now. It's like a Bishop of Wings, Skyclave. So I'm gonna hold back here because I do need in case they have another Greasefang in hand. Next turn I can Kayla's for 2, hopefully gain enough life. If we could hit 2 Resplendent, it'd be really good. So they can't stay awake next turn. We're doing this because I didn't want to block with Righteous. Parhelion's 13 damage on its own. So Coco's better here. Not great. Does put me to 20. They can Parhelion here, but I can block Parhelion. There's like, you have a 1 of Mass Vandal, you have 3 Resplendent Angels, you hit the Resplendent Angel, you gain a bunch of life. So then you're in a good spot, so it's usually worth it. I think you play your 4 of as opposed to your 1 of in Mass Vandal. Probably best draw next turn is another land, so okay, so here they're gonna try to boat the Righteous. That's an interesting decision. Land. We don't have any way to gain life, which does kind of suck, but 10, 11, almost dead. We needed those last turn with Righteous out. We can't kill him this turn, so we'll just take the turn off. Like, they can go boat here on an Angel, but it doesn't do much. I take 5 from the Parhelion. I block the Angel tokens if they attack in. We were also just trying to find Skyclave Apparition there to get the Greasefang off the battlefield. fine. So they need to get... They might be dead here. So I could take the 6. It's 10, 11 in the air. Kayla's, if I get 2 angels. Go! Alright. Kayla's doing work there. So the fastest rest in peace ever. You probably don't want Redain, Archon of Emeria. They got a lot of non-creatures, or like awkward lands. I don't think we want Portable Hold, doesn't do anything. Destroy Evil doesn't do anything, so I think we're okay there. Coming out, Realm Walker, probably Kayla's. They're on double boat, but like you don't really want to kill the boat. Honestly, like Mass Vandal doesn't do much in this game. All their stuff comes at sorcery speed. Or at instant speed. We'd have to Coco exactly into it, which at instant speed, there's probably better targets anyways to Coco into. That's probably fine. Go. Like, we could dig for a rest in peace, but we're a game up. We can just try to outlife game them. Okay, so Grizzly Salvage. Okay, so they could get the Chariot going, which is a bit of an annoying one, but it's not Parhelion. So then I could Skyclave into Collected Company. They do get 6 power here. So there's Archon of Emeria, but there's too many easy ways they can put stuff in the graveyard. We'll probably just trade here to offset some life loss. I think this go around, I'm going to hold up the Coco. Because if I want to try to hit the Chariot at instant speed. Or catch them in like combat with bad attacks. Pretty telegraphed that we have Coco, but we gotta go with what's available. Yikes. That was terrible. Interesting. So they brought in Vanishing Verse. I need an Angel here. We needed just something a little bit better than that, Coco. Like even a second card. Double Bishop doesn't do it. That was just an unfortunate hit. Still think we want Rest in Peace. Skyclaves are still good. The Flyers are still good. Maybe trim one Giada, but I think we still want it. Your Cocos are going to whiff sometimes. We hit 2 Angels there. We gain some life. They Vanishing Verse one of them, but... no life gain element, but hopefully we can go big enough with Jada into Resplendent. I have Skyclave that can do some stuff. Again, 3 Rest in Peace in the deck. It might be right to mulligan more aggressively, but I think an average hand of Jada into Resplendent. They might have Fatal Push in their deck at this point, but this could be a decision. They have Vanishing Verse in hand, so they're deciding if they want to use it. No, just Satyr. Okay, Parhelion in the yard. Could be getting Greasefang next turn. Not much we can do, so just play out our stuff. I think we take it. So here get rid of this. We needed something to gain life. This was Bishop of Wings. We're probably in a better spot. Righteous Valkyrie is the best draw. Or Coco, Kayla's, any of those. So we know they have Witherbloom Command in their deck as additional reach. Honestly, like Portable Hole's not the worst here. These have double Witherbloom. Jeez. So we don't even get to recover from that. The problem here. I guess I have one more turn, but I really don't. Chariot goes wide. That's frustrating. Today's not a day. Let's give this one go in best of one, see how it plays out. But today's not cooperating for me. There's some days your Cocos will hit, some days they won't. That first hand didn't really do much. This hand's a little bit better. So humans should be a pretty good matchup. They only have... Please give me a land. Give me a land. 2 lands in a row. Two lands in a row. Of course not. Why would you give me a land? And they have the Cathar, so I can Skyclave the Cathar. This matchup's good if we can actually hit our lands. 25 in this deck as well. Thank you. So I do think we want to get the Cathar off the battlefield. We don't want it to flip unflip. This also gives us another blocker. And then if my Mask Vandal dies here, it's fine. I get a Spirit token, so we can do a chump there. I can also double block on something. Main deck Weathered Runestones. Players can't cast spells, non-land permanents in graveyards and libraries, so this stops my collected companies. I think we throw the double block here. Like, this is how my day is going. Best of one, main deck Weathered Runestone. When your hand is just Coco style effects. And you played your Mass Vandal. I guess if we draw another Mass Vandal, it works out. Okay, they're on Luminarch. That is a good draw. So if I can get to next turn, Resplendent pops off. Hopefully they just go like Adeline or something. Perfect. So this should be over next turn, or at least set us up enough. We'll throw Mass Vandal on the way here. Actually, doesn't even matter. Take 4. Because this gains 7, and then the Angel gains some more. Non-land permanent cards. Poke in the air here, and then we'll gain some more life. Nice thing here is 6, so we can throw it in front of Adeline. This hand's like insane, provided no runestone, but alright. I'm gonna call this. I think the deck's better than it showed. We just kind of got the unlucky side. Honestly, I probably had higher hopes for these stupid things, but they kind of sucked. The Mass Vandals, I honestly probably just go more Luminarch. We needed more early plays. Realmwalker's fine. These were good, but I just think we got the wrong side of things. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you have a great one.